All right, everyone, welcome back to Tabletop Dads. As you know, my name is Jordan. I am joined again by these three wonderful players. One of them you can't see, having webcam troubles, but hopefully we'll get that fixed by next time. This is our third episode of our live playthrough of the Lost Mine of Phandelver, the D&D starter campaign. We're titling this one Decisions, because that's exactly what this one is going to be chock full of. There's lots of decisions that these players have to make. As you know, last time, well, actually, I'll let them tell it for a point of inspiration. So whoever wants to jump on that.
Wasn't it last time that we got all the boxes out of the mine, figured out that it was from the town, and took it to the right shops and things, and I can't. Do you know what? I'm really struggling to remember the rest.
Well, we had a bit of struggle with Clark, the bugbear, particularly Grynar.
I know. I was gonna say. I think didn't he go unconscious last time too?
Yeah. So far, I'm 2 for 2.
Fingers crossed. 3 for 3.
You stayed in the fight. So yes, and then as Thomas said, we made our deliveries as we needed to, and then we got news of some ruffian gang that had more or less taken over Phandalin, and we're kidnapping women and children and murdering innocents. So I think we decided that we were going to address that before heading upstairs to our room at the inn for a long rest.
Yes, that's exactly what everyone did. You guys did rescue Sildar as well.
Oh yes,
and brought
Old
him back
Sildar.
to Phandalin. So
Because the ruffians were called the Red Brands.
yes, that is the gang. That's what you. You guys talked to quite a few people at the tavern, and also Horvan taunted a few drunkards, pulling out their chairs.
Yeah.
Use them and all.
That was very chaotic of you.
Talked to a few people and found out the Red Brands have kind of been terrorizing Phandalin for the past couple months. You also found out some other things as well around town that people are doing, like the Shrine of Luck, and some people told you about that. Some people told you about the adventure at the Edermath Orchard, things like that. So last thing we'll do before we get started, I think we should reintroduce everybody in case there's some first-time viewers and your characters and whatever you want to disclose. So Jason, we'll start with you because you're on my left.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. I'm Jason from Melbourne, Australia. I'll be playing the part of Sintaris, the High Elf Wizard and devoted follower of Ogma.
Wizard of Oz. Sean, let's go with you next. You're in the middle.
Yeah, sure. Sean Patterson playing today, as always in this series, Grynar, a Rockseeker, the Hill Dwarf Cleric. I'm life domain, so I should be hopefully healing a little bit, and hopefully this time I will not be knocked unconscious. And this is my son here saying hi.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
You're on the internet. No. Every parent's dream. Thomas, you want to take us home?
And I am Horvan. I'll be playing the Halfling Thief, Thief Rogue, that tends to like to stay in the shadows and take shots from the back.
And has done so very successfully to start. Yes, hopefully Grynar Agati is a little more your life domain this time.
Yeah, we'll see.
So you guys, you'll wake up in your little room at the Stonehill Inn, or 2 rooms. I don't remember how many you guys had. And you guys had some stuff you wanted to do. Everyone had something different, I think. So whatever you guys want to do, where do you guys want to go? The tavern itself is full of pretty much the same people, so you can tell that it's a pretty regular hangout for the alcoholics in Phandalin.
I think my first inkling would be, well, 1, to get some breakfast, and then 2, to start making the Red Brand's life a little more difficult in town. I don't take kindly to terrorizing villagers.
You don't negotiate with terrorists.
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
you guys can
Did we get
definitely get some breakfast if you need it.
I can't remember. Did we get any intelligence on where we might be able to sort of root these guys out, their hideout, or where we might generally be expected to find them?
When you guys went to drop off your stuff at the Lion Shield Coster, those extra crates you found in the Goblin hideout, Helia, she was the, I guess, proprietor. She told you that they tend to hang out at the Giants. Was this Giant? Sleeping Giant. Sleeping Giant. That's what it was. The Sleeping Giant. And
Oh, that's right. There were
she
two
did offer
taverns
you
in town.
guys. Yeah, she did offer you guys 100 gold to get rid of Glassstaff, who was the Red Brand leader. She told you.
Okay, gotcha.
Did she say if he's at the inn as well, the pub, the Sleeping Giant, or is he somewhere else?
She wasn't sure. She thinks he might be at the Sleeping Giant. That he might have a room there, because she did ask you for any intelligence from his quarters that you could bring back to her. But you don't know for sure. I mean, obviously he's the leader of the Red Brands, so he could be out and about. You don't know.
Yeah, maybe we should just wander the town and look for some trouble.
Might work. Just get the lay of the land and kind of get a mental map of what's going on, and if we come across Red Brands, we can solve that at that time.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys can come out and get some breakfast from Esla, the barmaid. She'll bring you over some bacon, some eggs, things like that. And then after you guys eat, you guys can you would step outside of the Stonehill Inn into that little town square, that circular part where you kind of first came in. You would be able to see the Shrine of Luck right to the right when you walk out, sitting over there, and straight across would be the Town Master's Hall. And if you remember the drunken miner that Horvan tortured, he has been telling you that the Town Master is actually looking for someone to get rid of some orc raiders that have been causing trouble on the Tribor Trail at its east end. The Shrine of Luck, no one's really told you anything except that whoever runs it, the sister Gorelli, is she's not there. She left town a few days ago, and then she came back. But she wasn't the same. She was all exhausted. She was wounded, but she didn't tell anybody what happened. That's pretty much all you've been able to dig up out of the bar denizens for the area that you're directly in right now. The little town square. Circle, I guess.
I suppose maybe asking around town and trying to find maybe shops that have been terrorized by the Red Brands, or maybe even paying for protection by them. Do you know what I mean? There might be shops.
No, I got you. Yeah, you guys can go to some. Well, you've already obviously been in two. You've been in the Barthen's Provisions and the Lion Shield Coster, both of which have been shaken down, I guess, for money from the Red Brands. Other than that, it's just pretty small shops, but you get the gist by looking at them that they probably have been roughed up by the Red Brands a little bit. They seem to have a pretty good hold on the town.
Okay, so I'd like to approach one of the shops and sort of head in and maybe ask a few questions.
Yeah, any particular direction you're heading will determine what shop you're going to encounter.
Towards the Sleeping Giant, closer to their sort of hangout. Obviously, because I'm guessing the ones closer to them are going to be the ones getting
right. Yeah. So as you would walk out, you would go to the left. Are you guys going with them?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. Never split the party.
Yeah, I've learned that many times.
Very true. Very true.
Especially when your party only consists of 3 people.
So yeah, you guys would head over to the Sleeping Giant towards there. The shops, they don't they see you guys coming, and it's kind of like that old, the bad guy walked into the Wild West town. Everyone's shutting windows, closing doors. As you guys walk down the street, because they obviously have been pretty roughed up by the ruffians. I'm playing worse over there. And they don't take kindly to strangers. You're getting a lot of the same looks that you got when you first came into the Stonehill Inn, before you started talking to people and they knew you. But you do get close enough to one of the shops, but they're, like I said, they're all locked up. No one's coming out. They've all shut their doors. They've closed everything. And the Sleeping Giant's right there. It's it's kind of a ramshackle little tap room at the east end of town. So you kind of took a left after you came out of the Stonehill Inn. There are, as you can see, there's a covered porch. There's 4 humans perched on these empty ale barrels leaning against the wall, and they all have these like grimy scarlet cloaks on. And they're looking at you as you walk down the street. There's sullen stares, just staring you down. One of them, as you get a little closer, he stands up, spits in the ground, kind of, well, he snarls. Just kind of looking dead at you. Horvan, because you're kind of in the front.
Yep.
A whole pack of little puppies. What do you want, puppies? Come here to bark at us.
I kind of look up and slightly obscuring my face with a hood from my armor, obviously knowing that these guys could probably recognize me, and just be like, "No, we're just here to shop."
I don't know if we have anything kid-sized.
I just snigger and like turn to the right, because is the pub on the left?
It's on the left side of the street as you're walking down. Yeah.
So I turn to the right and like start veering towards one of the shops, just completely sort of like ignoring them as if they don't exist.
Now at this point, the shops on the right-hand side kind of ended probably a good 30 feet back, and it's just kind of forested. Because the Sleeping Giant's kind of on the east end of town, so it's not deep in with anything.
Yeah.
There's maybe a couple shops next to them, but like I said, they all shut up their windows and doors when they saw you coming, or maybe because these guys were already here. But there's nothing. There's nothing on the right-hand side, like nothing across from the Sleeping Giant or anything. It's just the Sleeping Giant's the last building.
Very last building for the woods.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
if you want to just peel off into the woods, you can do that too.
just go hard. No, turn to the party and be like, which shop should we go to?
We'll just go to basically any of them. Probably like the closest one to wherever we're standing, whether it's on the right or the left. Even if they had shuttered it up when we approached, just going up, like I don't care that it's shuttered up. I'm gonna just knock on the door anyway.
As you guys start knocking on these little shop windows and doors and stuff, the rest of they kind of come out into the street. These 4 guys, they're all brandishing short swords at their belts, and they look at you and go, "They're not going to come out. We told them not to come out. Some people know how to respect authority."
Why have you guys got authority over the town?
How do we get authority and what authority? Let's see. And he kind of pulls out his short sword, and the other 3 follow suit. He goes, "We'll show you how we got authority."
Seems like a challenge.
You don't look like much of a challenge, but you can call it that for sure.
The bugbear said the same thing.
Don't make me laugh.
Not too concerning, elf. You won't be laughing when we're done anyway. And at this point, they kind of start menacingly walking towards you, so roll initiative.
All right, let's go.
Oh, that's a good one.
Big money, no whammy.
Damn it.
I put mine in chat.
Yeah, everyone just wants to go ahead and throw it in there.
Excuse me.
Just there.
The air is so dry tonight.
Nice rolls, guys.
Oh, now I see. There we go.
Yeah, you got it now.
I just figured out how to bring my chat back up.
Was you getting the notification sound?
No, I wasn't actually getting a notification, but I finally noticed that there's a little talk bubble on the left-hand side of my screen. So I
Oh yeah.
found that.
All right, so I got everybody. Some pretty decent rolls, except for Sintaris. But get it out of the way now.
Yeah, I hope so.
So, Horvan, you'll get to take us up first. You got these 4 guys. This is like classic Wild West showdown in the streets outside of the saloon right here. These 4 guys standing across from you with their swords out, and you 3 standing across from them. You probably got a good 5-10 feet between you guys right now before they're just stopping and staring at you, and you're staring at them.
Okay. So obviously I'll draw my short sword.
The tumbleweeds blowing across the way. No, just kidding. Yeah. What do you want to do?
I'll draw my short sword.
Okay.
And I'll use my bonus action before, and I'll literally like take them by surprise. Not my bonus action. I'll use my movement to run at them as quick as I can, and do a short sword attack. I'll go for the one on the, let's say, like the far left, rather than the middle.
So they're straight across right now. They've probably got like 2 feet between each one of them, like a shoulder's length.
So I'll go for the far left one.
Go for it.
So that's okay.
So it begins.
Okay, that's that's a 22, 17 plus 5.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. 14 is what you're looking for. They just have like little studded leather armor with their little cloaks over it.
Same AC as myself then. Okay, so that's 1d6. Oh, nice. 8 damage.
Ooh, nice.
8 damage. Take that.
You would have gotten his attention.
Yeah, you definitely do. Is they're both staring. Everyone's kind of ready, and all of a sudden, the little guy on their left just darts diagonally across the path, comes up and just quick sticks the guy in the leg, and he just doesn't even know what happened. It happened so quickly, and his blood starts kind of pouring out of this little pore on his leg. And that'll bring us over to Grynar.
Can I use my bonus action to use the cunning action and disengage away?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I believe that's 30 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's whatever your movement is, I'm pretty sure.
So, yeah, it'd be 30 feet. 25, sorry.
So, yeah, you can pretty much go back to your little line, because you guys are only like 10 or 15 feet apart from them.
Yeah, so I'd go just behind the group, about 5 feet. Keep an eye on it.
So literally this happened so quick, and then all of a sudden you're back, and this guy just looks down and his leg's bleeding. He doesn't even know what happened. And
Nice.
So Grynar.
Do they look like they have any ranged weapons or anything, or just the short swords that we can see?
No, just the short swords.
Okay.
Just pretty
So I'll step up, not quite into reach of them, but 7-8 feet back. I got my warhammer and my shield out, and what I'm going to do is just kind of stand there waiting and hold my action, and then whichever one of them comes into range of me first, I'll take a swing at. But I'll kind of just stand there and say, this is your last chance to leave before you can't.
Well put.
One of them was kind of like, they'll look at each other and kind of laugh, like, is he serious? Boy, this is your last chance to leave. Otherwise, you're doing it in pieces. So yeah, you're gonna hold your action. You say about 8 feet away from him.
Yeah, like basically just out of melee range, but kind of stepping in front of the other two in the party, knowing that I am the heavily armored one as opposed to the rogue and the wizard.
Much obliged.
So after that brings us up to the red brands. The first one, because you're closest, the guy who just got punctured by this mysterious short force, is going to step up to you, Grynar, and he's going to get ready to attack. So if you want to pop off your action now.
All right, that's a 23, so that'll hit.
Nice.
D8. Where's my D8?
That'll do it almost 2 times over.
It'd be good if you rolled double AC.
6 damage.
6 damage.
6 bludgeoning.
So yeah, as he sees you walk up and kind of stand there, he's like, "I look at this, he's like what is a pacifist who carries around weapons, and you're a pacifist. He's not fighting." And he comes up to just start swing down, and what you do is you just pop your shield up and you shove the hammer in his gut with a nice solid swing, and he kind of pukes up blood a little bit all over your shield and keels over. He's not looking good. He's still alive, but he's not looking good at all.
So as he does that, I kind of like look at my shield in disgust, like, "Oh, I got blood on my shield. Great." And then like, "Told you, last chance."
And now they're not. The other 3 don't look at this as a game anymore. You just did that, and so the one directly in front of you, he steps up and he's pissed that you just did that. So now he's going to take a swing at you with his short sword. So the first one, he swings by and you're able to just kind of step to the side. But as he comes back, he swings right across your leg, doing. Oh gosh. And kind of, he does about 4 damage. So he just kind of comes across your leg, where you have that little opening in the skirt of your chainmail, and just kind of gives you a good little slice there. With that, the third one, he's going to walk up to you as well and do the same thing, kind of following suit of the one in the middle. It's always you.
Oh no!
So I just want you to know they get multi-attack. And here's his first one.
Oh man!
This game is rigged.
The second one missed. So you're good. Yeah, this first one, he just elbows your shield and he just shoves this thing straight up into the gut. He does 9 damage.
All right.
As he kind of finds a separation in your chainmail and pulls it back out. Lucky for you, the fourth one kind of seems like, all right, they got that handled. He's going to come up to you, Sintaris, because you're the next in line, I guess. And he's going to take his short swords and try and make a elf kebab. So he only hits with 1 as well. Kind of just whiffing the first one, coming back on the second one for 4 damage as he just kind of slices right across your chest, opening up your robe a little bit. Shield. Well done. Hold on. Unless you have it. What does shield do? I forgot. I'm not normally a spellcaster, so if anyone's watching, that's what
it boosts my armor class by 5, so it would make me so that would give me a 17 AC.
17, because he rolled. Nicely done, because he rolled a 12, so he would have rolled a 16 on there. So yeah, as you do it, he comes down, and all of a sudden this light comes out, and all of a sudden his sword just kind of moves back from you, and so it kind of whiffs. And he just looks confused, like, no, that definitely hit. I don't what. As the sword it looks like it moves on its own away from him and down. That'll bring up your turn, Sintaris. So you've got 1 in front of you. Right. You've got 1. You've got 3 in front of Grynar. One of them is severely damaged. The other 2 just kick the crap out of him.
All right. Kind of. I'm gonna cast magic missile with 3 darts. The first dart I'm gonna go to the guy that's on the ground who's nearly gone, and the other 2 with the guy right in front of me.
Okay.
So the first one. Do 4 damage.
4 damage. And which one is this going to?
That'll go to the on the ground coughing blood.
The ones that, okay, so yeah. All right. And before we decide what happens, I'll let you go ahead and do the damage for the other one.
Okay. And so the other 2. 2 for the second one. and 2 for the third one as well. So only 4 damage on that guy.
So the magic missile is the guy right in front of you. He just blows up. He actually stumbles back a few feet from getting blasted with these things. He's got some serious third-degree burn marks all over his body. But the other one kind of loops around, and Grynar, you'll see it pass by the left side of your head and just blast the guy that's keeled over. And he just falls. He's gone. The blood doesn't even stop. It's almost like the magic missile cauterized the wounds, and he just keels over dead. And that'll bring us back up to Horvan. So now you've got 3 of them left.
Okay. I want to move back 25 feet and use my short bow.
Yeah, definitely. So you're already 20 feet away. So you're going back another 25.
Yeah, going back another 25, so I'm in decent range to get a good hit. Are they all within 5 feet of each other?
Yeah, they're all within. Yeah.
That means I get sneak attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll do a short bow attack with the sneak attack damage.
Awesome. And to everyone else, it looks like Horvan's slowly running away.
Yeah, just like stepping back 5 feet each time. Like, because that is a 17 without modifiers, so.
That'll do it.
And then so that's just 1d6 plus 3, and then a d6. So that's 5, 3, and then the plus 3. So that's 9 damage. No,
9 damage.
5 plus 6, 11.
11 damage. Okay, so which one are you hitting? Because there's 2 in front of Grynar now, and 1 that's a few feet in front of Sintaris.
I'll hit the one that's just like stabbed Grynar in the stomach.
Okay, so you hit him with 11 damage. So, yeah, he's kind of just recovered from doing this big slash on Grynar. And all of a sudden, this arrow just flies past and sinks itself into his ribs, just to the right of his belly button. And he steps back and kind of coughs up a little bit of blood, but just wipes it away, and he's ready to go again.
Okay.
And that, do you want to do anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Do you want to use your bonus action to move more?
Yeah. I could use dash to move like to the side. I could move like sort of try and flank them a little bit, maybe. Not kind of get behind, but move.
Yeah. On your left side, there would be buildings that, but on the right side, it's just the forested area.
Yeah, I'll move to the right towards the forest. Not like too close, but just enough.
Okay. Grynar, that'll take us to you. So you've got 1 in front of you, 2 in front of you, and one of them just got an arrow sunk into him.
Okay, so but the other one that took damage was in front of
Sintaris.
Sintaris, okay. Yeah. So 2 of them are damaged right now.
Yep, 2 are damaged. 1's dead.
All right.
1's fine.
Well, I will look at the one who has not been damaged in front of me and just reach out my hand and try and do a spell attack on him. So let's see if I can do this. Okay, what's my spell attack modifier?
I have your character sheet, so I should.
5. What's the AC I got to beat?
14.
Oh, nice. Good. 15.
Good.
All right. So yeah, I was casting inflict wounds on him. So that is. So just kind of reach out and grab him. He probably wasn't expecting a life domain cleric to attack him with this spell. It's there anyway.
It's always to be good. Unexpected.
Very unexpected.
All right. Big damage here. Come on. So I deal a total of 18 damage to him.
Wow. Nice.
And I was attacking the one who had not had anything happen to him yet.
Okay. You said it was how much damage?
18. Right, that's what I said. 18 it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I moved the dice again, so I don't have them in front of me.
So why don't you go ahead and describe how you killed this guy?
Yeah, sure. So I think I reach out with my hand and maybe I like fake attacking with my sword and then reach out with my other hand and just kind of grab him, like just kind of not right around the neck, but just above where his armor is. And then you kind of see the blood vessels around there just get black as it goes up his neck, and the necrotic damage kind of seeps into him. And then as I pull my hand away, he just slumps down.
Nice. Nicely done. Yeah, that'll bring us up to the red brands again. Only 2 of them left now. Clearly shaken because magic has just decimated 2 of their party, and they're not typically very religious or magical inclined people. But the one in front of you, Grynar, kind of regains himself and is like, all right, and he goes back again to try and get you with another short sword attack.
I don't even want to know what that roll was.
I will
crit again.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess I'm 3 for 3 now.
So you got 20 for 15.
Oh man.
So you rolled a 20 and a 15?
Yeah.
Nice. So
Yes.
I'm definitely going down.
So let's see.
I think we need to get you some new armor.
I have an 18 armor class. He's just rolling ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's 16 damage.
Yeah, I had 5 hit points.
Oh man.
How many do you have total?
18.
Okay, good. So you're not dead.
Yeah, no, I'm not dead. I got some spare, so I'm at 0 now though.
So yeah, this guy just comes up and he just, that same chink in your armor that's now weak from where he stabbed you before, he just shoves this thing in so far into your gut that the point comes out the back and pulls it out. And you just kind of slide off the sword a little bit and slump down to the ground. And seeing this over his shoulders, Sintaris, the one kind of looks back at you with this cocky smile like, yeah, see, I told you. And he comes back again with his short swords. But the first time he kind of whiffs it up, but then he comes back down and just slides down from above on you, doing 3 points of damage as he just kind of nicks your shoulder a little bit. I think this game is rigged towards dwarves. That's the same dice I used to roll for you, Sean, but this time it only rolled a 1 instead of a 6. So. Yeah, so he does that to you, and then Sintaris, that'll bring us up. So you just saw Grynar drop, and you just took a little bit of a chunk there to the shoulder from the short sword.
Yep. All right. I'll use a similar tactic to last time, whereby I fire 3 magic missiles, but at different targets. The first one will be at the one that just got shot with the arrow for 4 damage.
4 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the other 2 will be at Mr. Cocky Pants.
Mr. Cocky Pants.
So that's another 4 damage on him, plus another 5. So 9 in total on Mr. Cocky Pants and 4 on the other one.
9 for Mr. Cocky Pants.
That's what I love about Magic Missile.
So yeah,
exactly.
The one in front of Grynar just dropped him. He gets hit with this ball of light, and he starts bleeding. I mean, the wounds are just burning open. He doesn't look good. He starts to kind of just put his hands on his knees and just, the one in front of you, he just takes both these, same thing, except his cloak starts to singe off, so he just kind of like whips it off, throws it to the side, but it's still creeping up all this burning. And so yeah, neither of them are looking very good. And that'll bring us back to Horvan.
Okay. The one that just flicked off his cloak. Obviously, they're both still quite close. So that sneak attack damage to him as well. Can I attack him with my bow again, please?
Yeah. So same one you did last time.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
And that was a natural 20.
Nice. Maybe
So-
double the sneak attack. Sneak attack.
You know
dice.
what? Just describe how you kill him. He only has 1 HP. So
Oh, no.
just describe how you kill him.
Basically, aiming for like where there's not armor, so it'd be the neck, arm, leg, wherever. I'd go for the leg, mainly where the arteries are, and just sort of draw the bow. And as I let it go, I just sort of watch it pass through his leg and just completely take him out. just falls to the ground as his leg sort of not separates but rips through.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Grynar, roll your save.
Here we go.
This game's catchphrase.
10, one success.
I was just about to say that.
You said 10?
Yeah, one success.
Woo! So yeah, this last red brand, he's seeing everybody drop. He's the one in front of you, Sintaris. The cocky smile kind of leaves a little bit, and he just looks around and double takes and goes, nope. Drops his sword. He just bolts off, taking off in the other direction.
You guys better get him.
Kind of run off the path that kind of goes up this little hill, past the sleeping giant, and he takes off that direction. Sintaris, if you want to, you're the last person in initiative, so if you want to do something before he,
if you guys let him get away,
gets out of range.
So yes, if I still have a line of sight on him, I'll cast Ray of Frost.
Nice.
Yeah, go for it.
Wait a minute. 19.
19. That will do it.
wreck him.
Here goes. 8 damage.
Go ahead. Describe how you kill this ruffian.
Well, as he's running off with his tail between his legs, I just say, "No, you don't," and I point my 2 fingers at him. Blue ray of light smacks him square in the back, freezes him, and then I just casually walk up to him, kick his frozen corpse, and he shatters.
Nice.
Nice.
Well done.
I like it.
So yeah, as we are out of initiative now, obviously, and as things kind of settle down, people kind of start coming out of the sleeping giant, and like windows and doors start opening. And you didn't notice it while you were fighting, but there's a pretty hefty crowd that's kind of gathered behind you. Another 10 feet, Horvan, and you would have been right in them.
Nice.
And you see someone pushing out of the way, and this guy walks up to you. Sildar is at his side, but Sildar stops at the crowd's edge. This guy keeps walking towards you. He looks down at Grynar's unconscious body, and kind of looks back at you guys and goes, "What have you done?"
An end to a means. Just speaking riddles. It's what a rogue does best.
You don't understand. It wasn't the grace system, but it was a system. We paid them. We gave them what they wanted. They didn't hurt us. What do you think they're going to do when they just found out you killed 4 of them?
We will kill the rest.
I think they'll be more interested in us than you.
Kill the rest.
Oh, and by the way, I'm going to go over and stabilize Grynar.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that. You
Rather
kind of say
than,
this, and he just kind of looks over at you guys. You walk away and just looks back at Horvan, who's the only one who actually stayed to talk to him. And goes, "You don't understand. They will come back in force."
Then we build an army.
Do what you need to do, but just don't cause any more trouble. I can't handle any more trouble in this town. I have a tough enough time running it with the red brands.
We won't be no bother. I promise.
You better not be. And with that, he kind of walks his way and flicks his noble-looking cloak around and walks away back towards the town master's hall. And Sildar kind of looks and just kind of like gives you that subtle little thumbs up so that no one sees it and walks back with him.
Am I okay to inspect the body of the, not the one with the arrows in, because I know his cloak singed, the other one next to him?
Yeah, the one that who killed him? Oh, I think Magic Missile killed him. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, you can go ahead and look at that one. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Well, first, I want to take his cloak.
Yeah, go for it.
And then obviously just inspect his body in general, really. That was a 11 plus... Is it investigation?
Yes.
So it's 14.
They don't seem to really have anything on them. They probably spent all of their coin on drink. But yeah, you can take his cloak.
Can I maybe pick up the sword? Though, like the spare.
Yeah.
Were they using short swords?
Yeah, they're using short swords.
That's cool. 'Cause then I'd have two.
If you want to take those, you can.
Yes.
Grynar, you're still recovering and pretty groggy, but Sintaris, you would notice that Horvan, the first thing he didn't do, he didn't search for gold or anything first. He took the cloak first, and then he started roughing around for gold, and didn't find anything. But yeah, Grynar, you were still too groggy waking up to notice that. But yeah, so now you're all three are standing. The crowd's just kind of still looking at you. The heroes of Phandalin.
Can I kind of
Anyone
just
now?
cheer and hold the swords up in a cross and just go, yeah? And sort of like rally the crowd.
Yeah, and the crowd just kind of looks at and sits for a second because they've been pretty silent, and then just they all erupted a clapping, just yeah, woo, 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 and they start like cheering you guys on. And it goes on for a little bit, and then they kind of disperse and go back about their business.
Nothing but a good ego boost for a rogue.
Well played.
So I'm guessing we have to sit here and rest for a bit so that Grynar can recover.
I would, if you guys want to take a short rest, you can. I
Probably
have
I think
to
we'll have to. Yeah.
So,
go to the bathroom anyway.
just a quick question before we take a break. Looking at the inn, you said it was quite a rundown little shack sort of thing, like a pub. Like,
Yeah,
would there be anyone else in there, or were they the only four?
If they were there, you can probably assume there probably wouldn't be anyone in there, just out of fear.
So they
But,
probably would have headed
you could go in and check if you want.
Yeah, I think after the break, that's what I'll do. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So if you guys want to kind of just sit down outside the inn right now, where they were sitting on the ale barrels, you guys can take a quick short rest, patch up Grynar. We'll come back in like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. See you in a second.
All right.
I'm back. Oh, what have I lost?
All right.
See, even my live chat, when everyone's in a break, chooses the Australian guy as the little screensaver. You're the mascot, and Grynar's the slogan.
Grynar, roll your death save is our slogan.
Grynar, make your save. Sounds like a line from a game show.
Will he survive?
Just realised I haven't eaten today yet, so I'm like just grabbing a quick bite to eat.
Yeah, that fight I knew would be a little rough, just because, especially once you said they had multi-attack with 8 attacks coming in, and I do have 18 AC, but it's still a lot of attacks.
But I mean, come on, the odds of them critting twice only against you.
Yeah, that's pretty low. But even with only even if those crits were just normal hits, I would have still been down anyway.
Yeah, if you two, I know Horvan, you didn't take anything, but if you guys, because you're just doing a short rest, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so if you guys want to roll some hit dice and regain
definitely.
what you need to
I'm
regain.
rolling both of my hit dice.
Sintaris, you only took like 3 damage. So I don't think you need anything.
Yeah, I might leave it for now.
2d8 plus 4. Here we go. Big money, no whammy.
2 ones.
6 and 7. There we go.
All right.
So that
Nice.
is 8.
Much better.
And I don't know. I can't add. I don't know how to do math.
It's 13 plus whatever your thing is.
Yeah, that's why there's a calculator on my phone.
13 plus, what's your modifier? So that would be...
Yeah, my daughter almost killed me with a custard cream.
There's worse ways to go, I guess.
Well, I went to the toilet, and obviously the kids take a snack to bed, and she had left hers on the stairs. I didn't see it going up, but coming down, I stood on it heel first, and I slipped down 4 of the stairs, and I was like, "Oh my god, my life could have ended because of a biscuit."
That might be the most British thing you've ever said.
I know, yeah.
My life could have ended because
No, Anzac biscuits are less dangerous.
Yeah. Anything without cream, I would have been all right. But this has like cream in the middle.
Nicely done.
I will have to upload a photo to the group, just to give you a perspective. These biscuits aren't like standard custard creams either. They're like enlarged versions. They're like 2 inches long by 1.5 inches wide.
That's pretty big. All right. So, you guys, Horvan, you were wanting to go in the sleeping giant, right?
Yes, please.
You wouldn't really, so you kind of peek in a little bit through the cracked up window, but you don't really see much in there. You can see only one. It seems pretty dusty. Like there hasn't been anyone in there in a while, except for one table, which probably is where these red brands would sit. There's the barkeep doesn't even look like he's been there in a little bit. He probably ran as soon as the fighting started because they haven't been kind to him, so fighting does not bode well for him. But yeah, as far as you can see, there's nothing in there. It doesn't look like it's been touched for a long time, except by these red brands.
Okay. Maybe nip in and have a quick inspect around in case they left anything there, or like any information they might have taken notes or left any chests with anything. You never know.
Yeah.
I'd be looking around as well for anything that might indicate like how many there are or where they're hiding out, or basically anything that can help us moving forward against them.
Information. I roll a nat 20 plus 3 if we go in investigation.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to roll all of you want to roll an investigation. I don't know, Sintaris, if you're looking around, so you can.
Yep.
12 for me.
I'll put it in chat.
Oh, there you go. Net 20 plus 3, 23. Wow, very nice.
Oh, hey, my camera's working.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Hey!
I have no. I literally just rolled my D20 on my keyboard and it come on.
That's what we're waiting for, obviously.
That
That is
nat
what we're
20
rolling for.
that nat 20 is literally just like fixing the camera.
You critted your camera check.
it's impressive.
That was good. It's a good
Tried
job.
it with the banner.
Right.
Yeah. It's a good job I wasn't in any like compromised positions or anything then.
Whilst playing D&D.
Yeah.
That's been a lot more to explain, yeah.
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 Who
A little
knows?
awkward.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so you guys roll some investigations. You don't notice much. Maybe a couple more short swords that have been lying around that look like they need repair. A few cloaks, because they probably had backups, because you have to, brand recognition, you have to have the cloak.
Do we
Not
know
much.
if any of them are non-human? Like, or maybe we can ask the villagers that if any of these guys are non-humans. Like,
The four you
cloak is how
saw
they
were
identify.
human, but
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, if the cloak is how they identify themselves, if we can, steal some of these cloaks and pretend we're them.
Would it be now to reveal to the guys, like, obviously, on my background? Like, give them a bit on why, like, I was so determined to fight them.
yeah, if you wanna role play that, if you want to reveal whatever you want to reveal, now would be the time.
So, okay, so I'll like, walk into the tavern after inspecting, sit down, and just like, well, turn to the guys and be like, I've got a bit of information that might help you guys understand why I've got a vendetta. One of the red brands nearly got me killed. I'd like to know who it was. I'm after a bit of revenge. And the person is Glassstaff. So the lady we spoke to, who gave us a tip, actually confirmed my hinklings that they were here.
Sounds like, from what she said, he's the leader, so taking care of the group of them will probably take care of him.
So hopefully you guys understand that I'm not one of them anymore. I know Glassstaff is a wizard, so we'd probably have to be prepared magically.
So you used to be one of them then?
Yes.
So would you know if they have any other non-human members aside from yourself?
Would it be a history check to roll?
Not for you. You would already know that they're all over the place. They've have stuff from everybody.
So
Right.
would any of them be of different origin rather than human?
Most likely, if they were something other than human, it would probably be like you, a halfling, maybe a half elf. But the elves and the dwarves usually keep to their own kingdoms. They probably don't drift too much into where the red brands do their stuff.
So just to inform them, like, I do inform the party that, like, I've seen a couple of maybe half elves, halflings just pottering around the group, but they were mainly humans.
Okay, so it's unlikely then that me and our high elf party member would be able to disguise ourselves as red brands.
Yeah, you guys would stand out pretty heftily, unless you
Pretty well.
shaved your beard and passed off as a fat hobbit. But
That's not happening.
A chunky halfling.
oh yeah, halfling. Not allowed to say hobbit in D&D. I'm sorry. Stupid Tolkien. So yeah, if you want to,
So why did
whatever you
you
guys want to do in here, so there's not much in here.
Maybe to fool them into thinking I was thinking about rejoining them, just to trick of the mind. really.
Okay. Thought maybe you were just after a trophy.
I was thinking about making a bandana out of the other one.
So I guess we have a choice now. We can either find out where the rest of them are and go after them, or perhaps wait around town and do other things and wait until they come to us.
Yeah, at this point, it's up to you guys.
I think we should maybe ready the town, tell them maybe to weapon up as such, prepare
Yes,
defenses.
Maybe we could organize a militia.
So if they do come back, there's not just us waiting. The town would be ready.
Wasn't there a former adventurer? Didn't you say? When
you guys were at the Stonehill getting your dinner and your drinks and your whatnot, Elsa, the barmaid, she told you that there's a guy at the orchard, the Edermath orchard, named Darren. He's a former adventurer.
Wonder if he'd be willing to help us at all. And seems like Sildar would be willing, at least, or at least willing to defend himself.
Yeah, and him, as far as you know, he's with the whoever this fancy gentleman was that reprimanded you for defending the town. He's with him, which you can gather is probably the guy who runs the town, which would probably be the town master's hall.
The guy that seemed almost against us defending the town.
Right.
And curiosities. He could have been maybe getting a cut of what the protection was being paid. I say what'd you say we head towards him? Have a word?
You want to head to him, or you want to go to the orchard first and talk to the adventurer?
Yeah, maybe get him on board first.
Good idea.
Okay.
Sounds like we're going to need some friends pretty soon.
I don't have any friends.
Friends with swords, preferably.
A healer that could maybe heal the healer.
I mean, I would love someone else to be a tank so I can heal.
Yeah.
We ain't got no tanks.
Clearly, we have no tanks. You guys can head over to the Edermath Orchard. It's completely on the opposite end of town.
Sounds not
it's
super big.
No, it's just a tiny little cottage that sits beside this big apple orchard. This nice silver-haired, pretty fit-looking half-elf is up there kind of picking apples off of the trees next to his cottage. From what you can see, he looks well over 100 years old, but for a half-elf, that's not that bad. So you guys want to... do?
Who's going to approach him?
Okay. He doesn't notice you right now because he's kind of humming to himself as he's picking apples. He's got his back to you up on the ladder.
And what was his name again? Sorry.
Darren is what you got his name is.
Okay,
Darren,
so I'll just go, as he's whistling away and humming to himself, I'll just be like, Darren, can we have a word?
You're kind of like, oh, and drop an apple and be like, oh, crap. And look back. And be like, oh, hello, yes. Let me come down quickly. He kind of shuffles his way down and turns to you and goes, what can I do for you? Are you here for some apples? We have some fine ones. Just came in.
Unless they're becoming cider, then no, thank you.
I kind of shrug. Well, I'm not going to turn it down if you're offering.
please have an apple, and I'm sure, my fine friend, these will become hard cider at the Stonehill Inn one day. You don't look like you're from around here.
No, we're not. We were here to do a delivery, and we ended up fighting with the Red Brands.
Is that what the commotion was on the other side of town?
It was, as I kind of like cockily swing the cape around.
Oh, so was it? I noticed. Are you one of them? Was it infighting? I mean, what happened? I don't have any more money. I've already given all I have.
Oh no, you keep yours. We took out the 4 that was in the sleeping giant.
I I've been waiting for a hardy group of adventurers to teach those fools a lesson. Well done. Well done indeed.
We heard you were once an adventurer.
Oh, in my youth, yes. Oh, some good stories I would have for you, let me tell you. But
You're still
another time.
And we was wondering if you'd be willing to sit with us and talk over a proposition of maybe becoming one of us.
Oh, it's been quite a few years since I've picked up the blade. What did you have in mind?
Maybe was we talking right? Just our character? Was we rallying? Was he going to be one of the rallying group?
I think, yeah, we were looking at him just because he had been a former adventurer. So, like, you'd think he's a little more reliable if the Red Brands come attack, as opposed to just a random farmer or shopkeeper.
Yes, that was it. Okay, so I'd turn around and I'd be like, well, we're thinking about trying to get the town prepared for not if they come back, more like when they come back. And you seem like a place to start who would have ideas and maybe connections of their own that could help us set up plans.
He kind of strokes his very cleanly shaven chin here and thinks for a minute and goes, well, it's smart. I know I'm up to the task. I've encountered worse than the Red Brands before. But are you up to the task? Yes, four Red Brands at the Sleeping Giant. I could have done that when I was still a little elf. But you're talking about taking on the big man, Blaststaff.
I escaped with my life from him once. I'm sure we could do it again.
That's tall order to escape with a life twice. I'll tell you what. I've heard stories from prospectors that have wandered into town. They dig around in the hills up to the northeast in a place, some ruins that they call the Old Owl Well. The most disturbing thing they've told me is being chased. Not by Red Brands, no. I'm sure they would welcome Red Brands. It's the undead that they've been encountering.
Undead are my specialty.
Visit those ruins. About a 2 days march northeast. Find out what's going on there. Maybe deal with it. If you come back, I'll know your glass staff material. If not, then we don't have anything to worry about.
Sounds like a plan.
How do we know the town will be safe? If it's 2 days march, it'll take us, 5 days to get there and back by the time we do anything. Will you keep the town safe while we're gone?
I've been keeping the town safe this long. I'm sure I can do it for a little longer. Besides, it's you they're after, not us. If you're not here, we don't have anything to worry about.
I'll turn around and be like, I like your attitude.
It's kept me alive, friend. Now, as far as I know, there's a watchtower. That's probably where you want to head. It's from the ancient empire of Netheril. And it's a magical empire. So there's probably some magic waking up these dead creatures. And you help them go back to rest, and we'll talk.
Okay.
They kind of nod and look over to the party like, well, we're going to keep this town safe. We'll need help. And it sounds like this is how we're going to get help.
Okay. Provisions.
Well, he kind of looks around, and I have apples.
I think dry foods would be better rations for the road.
You're probably right. What I would say is I'd head over to the Lion Shield Coster. No, dry foods, you're probably looking for Barthen's provisions. You head up there. He'll fix you up.
Okay. I sort of nod, and I'll thank him for all his help, and sort of just swiftly turn on my heel.
And as you turn away, he kind of looks and goes, Master Halfling.
Thank you.
And he goes, hold on a second. Kind of reaches back at a little pocket in his pants, has this little leather wine skin, and kind of tosses it to you. Goes, I think there's a little bit of hard cider left in there, but I expect that back.
Oh, you'll get it back, and I'll refill it for you as well.
Oh, I think I'll like you. Safe travels, friends. And he kind of goes back, climbs up the ladder, picks up that apple real quick off the floor and goes, and just takes a bite out of it and keeps going. So you guys are going over to Barthen's Provisions, or you're just going to take off?
I mean, I think I've got like 6 or 7 days rations left. So if we know it's 2 days there, say spend a day there plus 2 days back, it only leaves you with like a day or two extra in case something goes wrong. So I'd probably want to head over to Barthen's and stock up, at least get up to like 10, 15 days rations just in case.
Yes, and it looks like I don't have any.
Yes, I was just thinking the same.
Just should have had some with your. I think you get like 10 with your character. Yeah.
I think when I transferred it over, I didn't add the rations into the thing.
No, you actually don't start with any, Horvan.
Oh,
yeah, you do. 5 days. You have 5 days.
Yeah, I think it'd be wise.
Grynar has 10.
Stock up.
Sintaris has none.
Yeah. It would take up too much room in my backpack, which would otherwise be used for paper and pens. Quills, sorry.
Get it right, come on.
The only wizard in D&D with ballpoint pens.
All right, so it'd be pretty uneventful. You guys could probably spend 2 gold at max to get the provisions that would require you to get there and back safely.
Okay.
Would it be possible to try and find somewhere that would sell maybe daggers? Because it does, obviously, looking at my sheet and that, it doesn't look like I had daggers. Maybe just to pick 2 up to use as improvised throwing weapons, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, you could probably find a shop. Barthen's Provisions would have a few small things like that, like daggers and things like that. So he'd probably, because of what you brought him, you helped him by bringing that, he would cut the price down and say just a single gold piece.
Okay.
If you want to buy a dagger off of him, or 2.
Yeah, I'll pick up 2 just to...
So yeah, 2 gold pieces.
Sure.
So basically buy one, get one free there.
That's sweet.
Anybody else want to pick anything up besides provisions? Sintaris, armor?
No, I'm good.
Brave. Very brave. So then, yeah, you guys can set off to the Old Owl Well.
It makes sense to me.
Is about 2 days. It's pretty uneventful because the area around Phandalin's been fairly safe, except for the Tribor Trail, which you've heard has had orc problems. Yeah, it's pretty uneventful, and as you crest this little ridge, you can see the crumbling tower, the ruins of that old watchtower from Nithra. And it's so old, the walls are actually just kind of rubble mounds that enclose a courtyard. There's not much left of it. But adjacent to the broken stump that is the tower, there's a tent that's been set up in the middle of the courtyard, but there's nobody in sight.
Okay.
So
strange.
Oh, sorry. How far are we from it right now?
You just entered the courtyard, so you're probably a good 25, 30 feet from the tent.
Okay. Knowing he warned us of undead anyway, I definitely have my shield and warhammer out, and I'm very on edge, looking around to see if I see like any bones or corpses, because I know that they might not stay dead for long.
No, what you would, all of you would smell though.
Empty graves?
No empty graves. Nothing that you can really spot as far as that. You can definitely smell, though, like that deathly, like that odor of the dead.
Rotten flesh.
Yes. Kind of wafting at you from the tower.
So that seems like the place to be. That seems where the party's at.
Yeah, by all means, let's head toward the stink.
If all else fails, follow your nose. A dwarf. Okay, so
All right.
I think before we take too many steps forward, I'd turn back specifically to Sintaris and ask. Usually, when there's undead around, there's many of them. Do you happen to have any spells that can affect a lot of creatures at once?
I'm afraid I don't have any such spells prepared. I would have to rememorize such a spell if we needed one.
how long would that take?
Well, it would require us to take a long rest.
Which for him is only 4 hours. So
Maybe we could.
Maybe worth it. Maybe there could be. If there's undead here, there could be 2, but there could also be 20 of them.
Maybe
Yes,
walk away from some foliage and stuff.
yes, and my magic energies are depleted from our last encounter, so it would behoove us to take a long rest.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
I think we'd back up then, maybe go, I don't know, mile away, like get far enough away from this place that we don't think they're going to jump us and sleep, and maybe set up a tent.
okay, sure. Yeah, you guys can do that. Throughout the night, you don't really hear much going on. You can hear some moans.
Would we have walked for the 2 days? Like, would we have travelled for straight 2 days, or would we have not took long rest between then and?
Oh, yeah, that's true. You probably would have rested for a day, so if you want to just prepare it right away, then you can.
Because I was just thinking about travel. So if we travel for 2 days straight, then we'd probably took exhaustion points.
Well, you probably would have rested.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. If we rested between then and now.
Yeah. So then, Sintaris, you can just ready your.
Yep. Okay, so in that case, in my spell preparation, I've replaced color spray with burning hands.
Okay. Nice. Good choice.
Okay. So in that case, yeah. So then that will right back. So you got the tent and the crumbling tower, probably 30, 35 feet in front of you.
Can I try and stealth so I can keep out of sight?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that is 14.
That's
14.
You're pretty stealthy. The rest of you're still at the entrance as you see Horvan kind of meander his way along the wall towards the tent. What are you guys gonna do?
Trying to think whether I should use Sanctuary or not. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I will cast Sanctuary on myself and then begin stepping up.
What does that do?
Until the spell ends, any creature who targets me, or I could put it on someone else if I wanted to, but I'm targeting myself, must make a wisdom save. On a failed save, they have to choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Oh, nice.
So it basically gives me another. No, it doesn't have my AC or anything, but it means they have to make a save before they're allowed to attack me.
That's cool.
And I'm relying on hopefully undead not being very wise. They're not known for their wisdom.
Wow, they eat so many brains.
All right, so that leaves you, Sintaris. So are you following suit?
Yes, I'll stick close to the cleric, I think.
Yeah, I would motion for you to stay close.
In case he goes down.
Maybe Yeah, stay close, but maybe like 5 or 10 feet back, so I can kind of get them to be around me instead, and hopefully I can just kind of withstand a little bit of attack if you can then, do your burning hands thing and take them out.
Pick them off.
So you guys approach the tent a little more. The archway into the tower, it's black, but that smell is getting stronger. And not because you're getting closer, but because out of that little black archway, this creature just kind of shambles its way out, followed by another one, and then another one, until 12 of these things are just filling the courtyard. Wow. Wandering around.
Well, I said 20, and that was a little high, but 12 is still a lot.
It is.
They haven't spotted you. They're just kind of wandering around the courtyard. What do you want to do?
How far away from us are they?
The closest one, probably 20 feet, 25 feet. The farthest ones are, still around the tower, so 35, 40 feet.
Okay. I kind of whisper to Sintaris, and he's trying to, so that I don't alert them, and say, is there any chance you can get them all from here, or do you need to be closer?
Yeah, I was just wondering, how big is this courtyard?
Courtyard all the way around. It's probably 55, 65 foot circumference.
Okay.
We'll say 60 to be safe.
These things aren't clustered together, I'm assuming, very tightly in an area that big.
No, not very tightly. They're not like spread out completely, because obviously they would be on top of you guys if they were. But they're all within a 50-foot little, probably 40 feet of a little like area around between the tent and the doorway. They don't seem to go farther than the tent.
Right. So in that case, I whisper back to Grynar, in order to maximize the effectiveness of my spell, I think we're going to have to get their attention so that they come together into preferably a 15-foot area.
It's oddly specific.
Yeah. I know my spells.
So I think then what I would do is probably can I like preemptively take the dodge action, so I'm dodging if they come running at me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd probably like take this. So I still got the sanctuary on me. I'd probably like grab my warhammer and like slam it against my shield so it makes a noise and then obviously alerts them, and then kind of take the dodge action and stand there just kind of waiting for them to, like, my idea is basically I'll stand there, have them swarm me, and then hopefully you're able to pick them off at that point. And I'm hoping between sanctuary and dodging and having 18 armor class, and I don't imagine they can hit, like they probably don't have a huge plus to hit. Hopefully I can at least survive a round or two so you can like kill a bunch of them.
Yeah, what I can do is I can stand right behind you and cast Burning Hands, but because I'm an evocation savant, I can sculpt it around you so that it only hits whatever. Yeah, the zombie.
I love that mental image of like you shooting the fire and it like bending around me and then taking them all out.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
We could preempt what you just said with looking at inventory and the backpack I took. I have oil. Maybe we could put a circle around him, so when you actually cast it, it sets that on fire, which would set whoever's in that on fire.
That'd be great if we're able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to roll some stealth checks while you do it, but if you want to go for it, you can.
Yeah. So two fast.
You're the right one to roll the stealth checks.
Okay. So as you stood there, getting in position, I'd get the oil out, and that sounded really wrong.
Assume the position.
I've got the oil. Assume the position.
Right, so the first one's a 13 plus 7, so that's 20. A 18. Another 20. And then a 14. I've rolled 5 just to be safe.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to just quietly just start pouring this oil out.
So now what is today? I'm just walking around you with like these two little flasks of oil, just putting oil in a circle, kind of spreading it with my foot in a little bit of a width. And then I'm just like, we're ready, sort of thing.
All right. So then,
I'd roughly go back about 40 feet away ish.
So then, yeah. So you've got this oil around you, Grynar, and you still got your sanctuary like set. What do you guys want to do now? It's 12 zombies kind of wandering around.
I think if we're ready, yeah, then I would just, wait enough for Horvan to back up a little bit. I'm assuming you want to stay kind of away from these guys, and then once we're ready, I would just, like I said, shield out, warhammer, and just slam it a couple times on the front of the shield, so it makes, enough noise that it'll definitely attract them.
So yeah, as you slam the noise and the hammer, you see them kind of like stop a little bit, and they just kind of like, those ways the Walking Dead kind of zombies move. They just kind of like look over at you and shift their entire position, and all of them start wandering towards you. And the horde, as it gets closer, it starts coming closer together as they close in on you, Grynar, until they're probably about 10 feet away now. If you want to.
Alrighty.
All of them?
Yeah.
Burning hands.
12.
Yeah, as they get kind of closer, I'm like, I'm trying to have this like false bravado, but you can see I'm getting a little bit like, okay, all right, now, now's a good time now.
Yep. All right. Burning hands sculpted around Grynar, but otherwise fanning out in a 15-foot cone.
Yeah, go for it, and definitely you can describe how that goes because that's pretty awesome.
All right. So,
have you got to roll 12 of these, or is it everyone in that area?
well, I think I've rolled one damage that everyone would take unless they make their saving throw. All right. So, yeah. Putting my thumbs together and fanning out my fingers in classic Dungeons and Dragons burning hands fashion. The flames shoot out from my fingers, but wrap perfectly around Grynar's body before fanning out again into a 15-foot cone and causing... Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Uh-oh.
3 damage unless they save.
All right. Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
So that's 3 damage, like to each of them.
Yeah, unless they save, in which case they'd take 1.
Oh, what's the save? I forgot.
Probably Dex.
The burning hands.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
Yeah. Dex save.
No, they did fail it.
Oh wow! Devastated them then.
Whopping 3 damage as this. You kind of focus, but as you see the horde closing in Grynar, you start to shake just to see this, and the flame kind of just reflects that. It's not the strongest flame you've ever produced, but it does shoot out, and it just kind of singes at their legs there. And at that point, I guess we have to roll initiative.
Would the flame, would the oil on the floor, would that have set alight?
That'll stay lit for a little bit, but the cone that erupted from it is not going to be there anymore, obviously. Although it was barely there to begin with.
Yeah. Oh mercy! It looked good on paper.
On to chat. So I've never looked up, like, will they take, obviously, if they're stood in the fire, the flame, will they take, like, overtime damage, like a dot, or?
If they step in, they'll take a little bit.
Cool.
They'll probably just have to roll a save to see if it actually affects them, because obviously it's not a huge flame in this little
Yeah, it's
spot
just like a, yeah. That's cool.
Trickle. All right, so... Wow, good rolls, guys. So that's going to bring up Horvan first again.
Oh, okay. I'll do, with them all being so close, it's obviously sneak attack damage. Where is it? Yeah, I will use my short bow. I had 20 arrows. How many did I use in the last one?
I think you shot 2.
So I'm 18. Okay, so I'm -1. Oh, no, D20 escaped me. That is a 15 plus 5, so that's 20.
20, that'll do it. They have an armor class of 8. So
8.
8.
Nice. Okay, so
Even Grynar may survive.
that is a total of 11 damage.
Nice. Any particular? You're just aiming at one? Just one of them?
Yeah, just literally picking them off in the crowd like. Oh,
All right. So you obviously you fire your arrow in as they all start to horde in, and one of them just clink, you can see it move back. Doesn't phase it. It just keeps marching.
Shouldn't you get a plus to that as well? The 5 and the 6 plus like 3 or 4.
Sorry. Plus 3. So yeah, it'd be 14 damage. Sorry.
Oh.
I always forget about the plus to the damage.
Right. It's kind of important a little bit.
Yeah.
So I mean, he seems a little more phased. But yeah, they're still marching. Do you want to do anything else before we move on to Sintaris?
Can I put my? No, actually, no. I won't. I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Sintaris, that brings to you. You've just failed the entire operation that you planned on going with, and now Grynar is in serious danger as this horde approaches him.
I was just warming up.
I was going to say, do it again. Do it again.
Yes, I'll try it again. Thumbs together, fingers out, flame shooting out, wrapping around Grynar, and doing 14 damage this time.
It's a lot better.
13?
Yeah, 14.
Like 1/4.
Yeah, unless they save, in which case they'll get 7.
No, they did fail the dex save.
Oh, good.
So the one that has Horvan's arrow, that one just gets consumed and just falls to the ground. The rest of them all kind of like stumble a little bit as they are actually set on fire this time. And they all do they take fire damage each turn with burning hands?
Good question. I don't think so. I think it's a one-off.
I think it's just
the spell itself is one off, and then it just any flammable objects ignite, but they don't actually take like as part of the spell. I don't know if the oil's going to do anything.
The oil will it'll be lit a little bit more now because this was more severe of a flame that touched it first.
Cool.
So it's a little bit higher, probably 3 or 4 inches off the ground, but it's burning hot. But the rest of them, so they stumble back, but then they're going to start growing now. Grynar, these guys are like 5 feet in front of you now. This horde of zombies. 11 of them now.
Yeah, I think I still have Sanctuary up.
Yes.
So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of raise my shield and take the dodge action and hope we make it to next turn.
So, dodge you can move too, right? Like if you want to like kind of move out of the way, would you dodge or you just dodge and attack? I can't remember. Oh, no, never mind. I think I'm thinking of dash.
You're Sintaris, you're kind of like right behind me, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely want to stay in between them and Sintaris because I've got a much higher AC than him, and I've got Sanctuary. So hopefully between dodging and Sanctuary and everything, I'll at least maybe I'll take a hit or 2, but I should be able to make it.
Okay. So anything that comes to you, they'll have disadvantage. Then.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that. I got Pepsi on the screen.
So now we come to the zombies. The zombies kind of lumber forward, stepping through the fires. They're going to we'll just call it a dex save because that's what we've been sticking with. Which they failed, so they'll each take 1 fire damage as they stumble through. And Grynar, you're the first person they see, so they're coming right up to you. They're going to try to attack you.
Remember, they all have to make the wisdom save first to be able to do that.
That good old +0 wisdom of a zombie.
DC 13. They actually have a 0? I would have expected them to be negative. Wow.
No, what was the DC though?
DC 13.
Even with the +0.
It's all right.
So what does that do? Does that break your sanctuary?
You're still dodging.
No, it just means they're allowed to attack through it.
Okay.
So it
So
still
they're
stands
gonna-
up and everything. They're just allowed to attack through it.
A couple of them are going to wander up to you out of the horde and just go up to attack you. Um,
Oh, you're rolling as a horde as one?
no, they're each individual zombies, but I
That's
could
cool.
roll them as a horde, I guess. No, let's do that. I like that. That'll make the combat flow a little more. Just roll them as a horde.
Sorry. I'll stay quiet next time.
Yeah, hopefully they don't crit as a
Here we
horde.
Rolling at disadvantage.
That's right. Let's see. The first one was a 5, so that's not going to hit. An 18.
I think it's at a 5.
No, that's yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm sitting here rolling at advantage, not disadvantage. Yeah, so 5. So they miss. So they they kind of lumber up to you, and some of them fan out around you for whatever reason. But the other ones kind of swipe at you, but they're still burning, so you're just able to dodge. It's pretty slow as you kind of just like weaving out of the way of their arms. And as they are lumbering out, you see a light, like candlelight, as the tent flaps open, and out walks this cloaked figure. He's got a black tattoo on his forehead. He just kind of looks around and goes, "What is the meaning of this?"
They started it.
And he kind of looks around and goes, "Cease!" And he kind of lets his bellowing voice, and all of a sudden the zombies just stand there. They don't do anything.
Horvan boat ready, sort of like turns. Just doesn't say anything, just keeps it on him.
Yeah, I'm still trying to focus on dodging all these zombies around me. I don't necessarily trust them, but I definitely don't trust this guy if he has control of zombies.
Yeah, the ones around you, their arms drop, and now they're just standing there. They're not moving. They're just kind of like swaying as they stand there.
Just a menacing mob of zombies swaying in the wind.
And he kind of walks around, walks up to all of you and goes, "Again, I ask, what is the meaning of this?"
We're killing undead.
We told there was trouble with undead. I'm told that we had to come and sort it out.
I should have you sort out them. They've been disturbing my work.
You'll work with necromancy?
He kind of he doesn't even acknowledge. He looks at you, looks back, and goes, "So I take it you'll leave now? Can I be in peace, please?"
Not as long as there are undead here.
I agree.
I only have them here because I want the orcs out of Wyvern Tor. They need to be gone. That's all I want.
The ends do
I
not
can't do that on my
justify
own.
the means in this case.
So if someone were to get rid of the orcs, you'd call off the zombies?
Along those lines, yes.
Horvan rolls his eyes and like, oh, another quest.
I think I would just kind of like stand firm again and say like I'm not leaving here while these zombies are alive.
He says, "That's unfortunate then." And he pulls the staff up to his side, and you see the tip of it start to glow, and he goes, "I figured you could be the ones to deal with those orcs." And all of a sudden, out of it at you, Grynar, actually each of you, a ball of blue light just goes flying at you. And see if we're actually that's right here. Grynar, you take. You take 3 damage. Sintaris, you take 4. And Horvan, you take 4.
Okay.
Ball of light just hits each of you.
Sounds like magic missile.
Yes, it was.
Certainly does.
And he goes, that was your chance to leave. And as he stops the magic missile, all of a sudden you see the zombies start to look like they're ready to move again at you. As we come back to the top, Horvan.
Okay. Can I attempt to shoot this guy in the arm? Like,
But who are you shooting? Sorry.
the wizard guy.
Yeah, you can shoot at him.
Yeah, I want to aim for like the specific like area of like the shoulder and that to try and make him drop his staff.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah.
19 plus 5, so that is a 24.
Yeah. So that'll hit.
Oh, 6 damage plus 3. Yes, I like these dice. They're new. So that's 9 damage. Yeah, they've proved themselves. Yeah, 9 damage, and I'm aiming for like that sort of area, like as he's holding his staff.
Yeah, you do manage to hit him, but it doesn't stick. It kind of nicks off of his shoulder here, and he doesn't drop the staff because it wasn't anything enough to sever any muscles or anything like that. So he maintains a grasp on that staff.
That's cool.
Sintaris.
All right, one more time on the zombies. See if we can. Third time's charm. It better work this time because this is my last spell slot. All right.
We'll join in.
Be good to Daddy. 13.
All right. Go ahead and describe how you wipe out the zombie horde.
Wow. Yes.
Yay. So yes, as before, the flames shoot from my fingers, wrap perfectly around Grynar, and then fan out again. And each one of them just kind of turns black, desiccates, and falls over. And as soon as they hit the ground, poof! An explosion of ash.
Just leave Grynar there, just breathing in like under dust.
Yes, I hope you don't have allergies.
Just batting it away.
Are you allergic?
And then I just kind of casually blow in my fingers, like.
Typical Wild West.
Grynar, the horde is gone in front of you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think I'll just turn to the sorcerer or wizard or whatever this guy is that was controlling them. Look around. I'll nod back at Sintaris, and that worked better than I expected it would. And then turn around and cast Guiding Bolt at the sorcerer.
Okay.
And that is for 14.
14 does hit. He has a 12 armor class.
Nice.
Just wearing like a red robe.
All right, and that is 4d6.
Ooh, nice.
All right, let's go.
That's good damage.
Not really, no, because my rolls are terrible. 1, 2, 4, 7 damage.
7? Okay.
7 on 4d6.
So this guiding bolt, it kind of sinks into his chest, and he kind of steps back a little bit and burns, but looks back at you and goes, amateur magic.
Uh-oh.
Everyone's a critic.
He walks up to you, Grynar.
Oh no, not Blight.
He walks up to you.
He is a necromancer.
Grabs your wrist.
That's what I was thinking.
Grabs the wrist that has the warhammer in it. And attempts. Grabs it, and all of a sudden you feel this little twinge of electricity. But for whatever reason, it dissipates. And nothing happens. And he just kind of lets your arm fall.
Okay.
As we come back up to Horvan.
Okay. How far is he away from me now, roughly?
Let's see. How far was Grynar? Grynar was probably, 20 feet? You said you moved to like 20 feet back?
Yeah, I moved like 20, 30 feet away-ish.
Yeah, so he's probably about 25 feet from you.
Okay, so can I dash towards him? Obviously put the bow in that away. But with the 2 short swords, maybe?
Yeah, go ahead and make a quick dex save to jump over the flame circle that's still around Grynar.
That was a natural 20.
You're good.
Nice.
I really like these dice. Okay,
Sean, you
so
shoot some of those.
they're rainbow ones. Yeah, well, with the two short swords, I just want to sort of slash at him.
Go for it.
Okay, so,
Well, you can roll with the one, but
You
you don't.
you have advantage on the attack as well.
pardon?
I was saying you have an advantage on the attack because a guiding bolt.
All right, okay.
Just remember, if you're doing two weapons, you don't get to add the modifier to the second weapon.
Yes. It's just a straight D6 for the second one.
So many. That's what I have.
Just read this 2 seconds.
And I will know.
So he is within 5 feet, so I get to add the 1d6 to the first one, yeah?
Absolutely.
Sneak attack damage. Okay, so the first one is 17 plus 5. That's 22. And the second one is a 14 plus 5. That's a 19. So did both of them
That's
hit?
a hit or is that damage?
That's to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits. I thought that was damage. I was like, damn.
Oh, no. I was rolling on a d20. Like, no. That's just to hit. So the first one I'll roll with the sneak attack and the modifier. The second one's just a d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 6, 4, 13 damage for the first one, and then the second one's just +2. So that's...
All right, go ahead and describe how you kill the wizard.
Nice.
Oh wow, a lot weaker than I was expecting. Okay, so as I sort of like dash, as I dash forward, sort of like both swords in hand, just kind of like ram them straight in his back. So obviously he'd have his back towards me facing Grynar, and just sort of like force them in his back and up through his lungs.
Oh.
Beautiful. And as he coughs up a little blood and he slides off your sword and slumps to the ground, there's like an uneasy peace around the castle.
Kind of look at my swords and I'm just like, nice, and just resheath them, just like put them straight back on the back.
So, we're coming up on 2.5 hours, which I know is where we wanted to stop. Do you guys want to do anything before we attempt to rest, I guess?
I mean, I think I would just be looking around the camp and seeing, trying to investigate why he was here, because didn't he say he wanted the orcs to stop disturbing his work or something?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
he was trying to get you to deal with the orcs, which is why he built the army of the undead in the first place. But he was hoping you guys would just take care of it, and then he would,
Yeah,
I'll
look around
Interested to see what his research is.
Yeah,
I'll
what he's doing.
I'll lean over the corpse and I'll pick the staff up and I'll just be like, Sintaris, and offer it.
Oh, thank you very much. Put it to good use.
Now I have 2 quarterstaffs. Only one to go.
just be like, this has got a pretty gem on it.
Actually, I don't have a quarterstaff.
Oh, well, you do now.
With a short sword instead.
Nice. Attach the short
No,
sword.
you guys can look around. Inside his tent, it wasn't just like a pup tent. This is a pretty significant tent. He's got like a cot, a chair, a writing desk, supplies, a chest of clothes, mostly just more red robes.
Mm-hmm.
But on the table, you can see his journal, and it's open to a page that just says, "I don't know how to ask it. I need to ask the Banshee. I need to ask her. I need to know who built the tower." And that's the last thing. It looks like he was in the middle of writing it before you guys so rudely disrupted him.
I turn to Sintaris and be like, maybe having a look through his books, he might have spells that you could learn.
So if you look through his
definitely
box, Horvan, what you'll find, and Sintaris, if you want to join him, you guys would find 30 silver pieces, or 35 silver pieces, I'm sorry. 20 electrum pieces.
Oh,
Which one?
Electrum.
Which one's Electrum? Is that
Electrums are like...
They're half a gold, I think, aren't they?
yes, maybe.
Yes.
You have 20 gold pieces and 5 platinum pieces.
Wow.
It's not over yet. 1 pearl,
Okay.
a potion of healing,
Wow.
a scroll of darkness that's inside this like bone tube,
Nice.
and in a tiny little jeweled box. It looks like it's from. Well, if you want to roll a history check, you can see if you know where it's from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, not
History check. 15.
Oh, I got a 19 plus 1, so 20.
Sintaris?
17.
So yeah, you would all recognize it. This is a box that's from ancient Netheril, who didn't. Darren told you most likely built this tower way back in the day.
Is this
Yeah,
so?
yeah.
Is it just a little jewel box?
It's a box, yeah, a jeweled box.
Like,
Is
sorry,
it?
a box with jewels on it? Like, does it look like it's worth something, or like a box for jewels that are in it? Like, do we need to
It's
open it
a
up?
jeweled box, like a bedazzled box.
Okay.
Can I attempt to open it?
Yeah,
I suggest you
You'll-
check and see if that's trapped first.
it's not. It's
Oh.
not. He
Okay.
he didn't want to have to. He didn't want to have to worry about disarming his trap every time he opened it.
Yeah.
But the only thing inside is
It's
a
a
ring
mimic.
of protection.
Ah,
Is that
nice.
Ring of Protection? What does that do?
It protects you. Just kidding. Uh,
Probably +1 to AC or something, I'm guessing.
it does do something to AC. I do remember that.
I've completely lost Google. Oh no.
I
If
can't
it's
find
+1
it.
to AC, I will be all over that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gain a +1 to AC and saving throws. I would love that thing.
Yeah, take it.
All right. So then, other than that, you guys want to rest in his tent for the night?
Yeah, would obviously separate the gold and electrum and all that lot
Yeah.
into the party.
Yeah.
I
You guys
go for
also you'll get 800 experience for wiping out that party.
Sweet.
Does anyone have it written down what we're at for experience?
we're at 300.
You got. Oh gosh, here we go. You got 275 for finishing the hideout and all that, and the other goblins.
Okay.
With Cleric, which brought you to level 2. So you'd be at 275 plus the 800, which you just got for killing
Level
those guys.
2, 300 XP?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't
No,
think,
you got 25 from.
I think it was RP, weren't it? Like return the goods and stuff. I think you
Yeah,
said last
that's
time.
what it was. You got extra
Okay.
experience from and things.
So we
And
were
then-
at
so yeah.
exactly we're at exactly 300 to start the session.
This will put us at 1,200.
Which should put you to level 3.
Right. So we each get 800 experience for this.
No, it's 800 to split up.
Oh right, okay. So
You don't each get.
What's that?
No.
Did we get any for killing the red brands? Those 4 guys?
Yeah, for the red brands, you got 400 to split up.
So 1,200 divided by 3. So we each get 400 experience total.
Okay.
So we should be at 700 total.
yep.
All right.
Okay.
So we're not far
Session.
from level 3.
If anyone knows what the separation of the gold and coin and stuff would be, I forgot to write it down. I thought I was
Yeah,
tired.
you guys can. We can stick that in the group chat too.
Yeah. Do you care, Jordan, if we keep track of like the individual like one platinum, or as long as we just have the total, is that fine?
Yeah, I mean, you guys can split it up however you want. I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, because we each would get 27 gold, 8 silver, 3 copper, equivalent. Like for all that
No,
money.
yeah, you guys don't have to keep it as platinum, but yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
Okay.
everyone mark down 27 gold, 8 silver, and 3 copper.
All right. Well,
27.83. Okay.
it's a nice place to stop. Thank you, everyone who watched. I think we had one viewer, constant viewer, but gotta start somewhere. We will be getting back together next month, hopefully. Maybe a little Tabletop Dads Halloween special for us. And then we will, some scary stuff.
All in costume.
And no, but yeah, so we'll get back together. Just make sure you keep an eye on the Facebook page for those of you that are members. Keep an eye on here for more stuff. We will be putting up some more videos. We're working on a lot of neat stuff. Jason and I are actually co-writing a adventure that's going to be published under the Tabletop Dads name, so we're getting that underway. Hopefully we can get some stuff out to you guys soon. So thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you guys next time.